I can't heal my own wounds. It's actually not possible for my mind, which is kind of my ego and was formed by my patterns and my history, to heal the wounds that it created. When I realized that I don't know what to do with my pain, and it's not my job to figure it out. I mean, think about it. It's not our job to figure it out. We can stop trying to figure it out. Never been so close to a javelina. Wow. Hi. Hey everybody, how are you? So, I think it was yesterday or maybe the day before, I don't know. That's kind of the point of the video. I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. And I think there's a lot of us that do so much inner work and we're not seeing the results we think we should see. There's a part of me that just feels like I'm learning more how to identify my childhood wounds and allow the pain to come up and be there for it. And as I do this, there's like a satisfaction to say, oh, this is what this is. Oh, this is what this is. Oh, that's a pattern. And that showed up all the time in my life. This showed up with money. This showed up in my marriage. It's wonderful to just start realizing all the things that are not your real self. So that's good. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like the intensity of my pain is going away. So it's like I'm allowing, but I can't figure out how to stop feeling it. And there's kind of a thought, a concern. Is there like an addiction to just feeling the pain and the drama? I mean, I imagine there's a possibility that the ego, it's an attachment, right? It's like we get used to, it's a pattern, getting used to feeling the pain. But I've been feeling like there's something more to it. And I've talked about this before. It's like I'm so tired of trying to figure it out. And I'm further along because I feel more and I identify more, like I just said. When I meditate and I allow the pain and the inner child to speak up and be seen, it's just pain, and then I identify something else and it's more pain and it's more pain. So I've been growing a little bit frustrated, a lot frustrated, which means that it causes me more pain and then I beat myself up because I can't figure it out, right? How do I release this pain? And what came to me, like I said, I think yesterday in meditation, as I was just going on and on with the pain, it was, I can't heal my own wounds. It's actually not possible for my mind, which is kind of my ego and was formed by my patterns and my history, to heal the wounds that it created. It's like, I don't have an analogy, but I'm sure there's a good one here somewhere. Clark Kent can't get rid of Clark Kent. Clark Kent Superman, right? Here somewhere. It's like, you can't heal your own wounds. Not with the trying, not with the identifying, not with the willingness. We can't heal our own wounds. And what came to me, and it's not even new, but sometimes elimination, they come 20 times and there's one of them that at some point is just brighter than the others. And then you have to learn it again, but that's another story. What came to me is I will never figure out how to heal them. And the only thing that can happen is that darn word of surrender. This beautiful darn word of surrender. And it's only when we get to the point of, I can't take this anymore, I don't know what to do, I can't figure it out, that this realization can come, that it's like, then I give it all to the all that is, to God, to the presence, the source, to whatever is greater than my mind and my ego and my patterns. And so during the meditation, once I got that, there was kind of this feeling of peace when I realized that I don't know what to do with my pain, and it's not my job to figure it out. I mean, think about it. It's not our job to figure it out. We can stop trying to figure it out. We can do the work of identifying, of allowing, of seeing the wounds, the inner child, the pain, the emotions, the patterns. But our job stops there. After that, we have to see it like we're warriors in some great middle-aged battle. And at some point, the warrior comes to the king or to the victor. We'll say a king just because it's kind of prettier as something bigger. But comes with a sword, gets on one knee, and just hands it over. And it's like, I am done with the fight. Here is my sword, here is my pain, and now I hand it over, and you take over. So this is a key, and it's a key also for how to meditate. To listen and then to stop after the listening and just hand our pain over. Hand the figuring out over. It's not our job. There's a few things that we can do. There are some actions that we know are inspired, things that are good for us, that we can take in business or in life to improve ourselves. When we get this inspiration of this is an inspired action that is being offered to me, and we know when it's right. So we can do that. We can take care of ourselves and be gentle with ourselves. We can spend time in nature, spend more time with this great thing that is part of the all that is and has no judgment or anything. We can continue to meditate, but meditate without a goal. Without the goal of releasing ourselves or figuring it out and remembering that it's not our job. We can stop beating ourselves up and judging where we are in our lives and where we are in our process and where we are for not figuring it out. We can choose also to trust our life. And that goes with the surrender, but just having this thought when we're in so much doubt and fear to trust our life. Just trust life. It's leading us somewhere that is for our growth. So trust life is something else we can do. We can learn to listen more to the feelings I was talking about, the good feelings, the ideas, the feelings that feel expansive, as opposed to feelings that come from our fear that feel like contractions. And we can take the time to move our bodies a little bit more, or just a little bit. A couple of days ago, I started, when I get up in the morning, I just stand on my mat and I just move my body, every articulation, and just take a few breaths. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Just get out of bed and give yourself the gift of just moving your body. And if one morning you don't feel like doing it, like me this morning, then don't beat yourself up about it. But keep in mind, because it made a difference the days where I did it, to just gently, pretend you do Tai Chi, even if you have no clue how to do it. And you're just moving the energy around, moving your trunk, moving the chest, the shoulders, the hips, the knees, the ankles, and just imagine the flow of chi in your body. So those are the things we can do. Now wait. So these are things we can actually do. Now wait. So these are things that we actually can do that are productive instead of building pressure and tension and self-judgment and just like this anxiety of, oh my God, I've been doing this work for so long and I just seem to be feeling more pain because I'm allowing more. So it's just more pain, but it just doesn't seem to dissipate at all. So remember, it's not our job. It's not our job. It's not our job to figure it out, to release it, to alchemize it, to whatever it is. It's not our job because we actually can't do it because we're trying to do it with our minds and our minds can't undo what it created. So let's be that warrior. Do the battles, feel the pain, know our wounds, and then say, I am done fighting. I hand over my pain to something greater that is not of the mind, that is of love, and that can actually transcend those feelings or make them dissolve. Oh yeah, and I wanted to say, I know like 2 videos ago, I said that I had these big epiphanies and it was going to change the direction of my life and all that. And they're still there. I still know they're the truth, but I have some anxiety about actually coming up and talking about it. So I'm kind of just honoring that and I'm going to share it soon and I look forward to it. And I'll see you soon with that video or another one, but that one, promise, is coming soon.